John Sophocles, unfortunately he wasn't able to be here this weekend, wanted me to read something where he directly wants to nominate Frank Dillman for Macon County Commissioner. And he goes very much in detail. So he says, in 1966, Frank Dillman joined the Navy and trained to become a hospital corpsman, ultimately serving the United States Marine Corps 10 of his 20 years as their, quote, doc. After retiring in 1986, Frank was free to focus on local and state governments. From my observation, he's never stopped fighting against corruption in our state, full steam ahead. He led the state effort opposing renewal of Forever Wild in 2012, and presently manages a nearly decade-old state campaign for initiative and referendum. Let Bama Vote on Facebook and www.letbamavote.org. Just to name a couple of his political engagements, he's been the point of the sword. Initiative and referendum is Frank's first and foremost political passion, but his efforts for open records and open meetings to address corruption in Macon County have been courageous and increasingly more effective. As an independent in 2016 for Macon County Chairman, Frank took 18% of the vote. Voters in Macon County trust and support his vision and objectives. Frank will maintain his in-depth efforts to open Macon County to its residents by running for his district seat on the November 6th general election ballot. 4 political principles are embedded in Frank's DNA: transparency, fiscal stewardship, responsibility, and integrity. I have no doubt he'll hold on to them and will never give up his ship or his course toward exposing and curbing corrupt government. As part of the initial taxed enough already movement in Alabama, before the Tea Party movement was captured by big government Republicans, Frank avoided political parties until finally locating a home focused on his 4 principles. Frank joined the LPA in 2016. He's opposed to the local business privilege extortion fee, ignoring citizens where their input is designed to be a part of the process, the use of public money for political favors, public servants' midterm pay raises without popular vote, and doing as the commissioners choose, including suspending Alabama's Open Records Act. Devoting even more of his time and his money in the fight for liberty in our state, Frank is preparing to file suit in Macon County, naming the chair and others as defendants for violations to Open Records and Open Meetings Acts and our Alabama Constitution. He understands sound representative government cannot have a cap on transparency, all too often hidden with layers upon layers of governmental imposed obstacles and bureaucrats. His campaign page is MaconCountyCommission.org. The nomenclature invokes an amusing story. Still waiting for an acknowledgement to his 2013 offer to build and maintain a county web. He took the URL in 2015 when becoming a candidate. Now, a, quote, Macon County Commission, end quote, internet search results in highlighting Dillman's campaign website. Frank is serious about the fight, but also has a little fun in his life, battling corruption in his, quote, target-rich environment. His undying passion for INR, courage to openly call out elected officials on their misdeeds, and willingness to sacrifice his time and money to fight the good fight make Frank more than worthy of the LPA's nomination and endorsement.
Thank you very much.
Don't thank me, thank John
Well, I don't know really where to follow up on that one. But let me go through my notes and I'll just have to skip in and out. I have 2 children, 5 grandchildren. I live in Macon County. Retired Navy, have spent 10 of my 20 years, as was mentioned, with the Marine Corps. And where's Kate? Oh, Kate already left. Her dad, I found out last night, was also a hospital corpsman, which is nice. I have a baccalaureate degree. I earned in the Navy, some of it sitting in the Mediterranean Sea and in the Atlantic Ocean. I fought the campaign against the renewal of Forever Wild in 2012. Not that I dislike Bambi and Thumper, because the state was broke. I don't see where the value is when the state park system has to compete in parallel with the Forever Wild. A lot of state parks are being closed because of lack of money, but Forever Wild is still expanding. I consider myself a political sponge. Within 2 weeks after I retired from the Navy, I was standing on a street corner. I actually got my mom involved, waving signs, and I was involved in a political campaign. And every day I learned more, and I voted for against Luther Strange. I voted for Joe Hubbard. the good candidate I vote for. So I've never been tied to a party. This is the first party I've ever joined, and so I'm proud to be here. As was mentioned, my principles: fiscal, open transparency. I deal with Macon County every day about their lack of transparency, and I get no support from the state, which is a disgrace. Accountability and responsibility. And Macon County will soon find out how I feel as far as transparency is concerned. They know I'm going to do this, but they still feel that confident that they can defy state law. And as was mentioned by John Sophocles, yes, Macon County actually suspended the Open Records Act of Alabama to write their policy because they wanted to get even with Frank Dillman. And so what did Frank Dillman do? The very next day after they suspended it, I gave the county another open records request. I like to test the water from within. So what happened? The chairman mailed me a letter on letterhead stationery saying that we agreed to hold open records requests. That was in July of last year. I took that letter to the Attorney General's office in July. Have heard squat. So Macon County needs to wake up, because this is a full-time job for me, and I'm going to call them out. As I wrote for the Tuskegee News for 5 years, supposed to write on my little municipality of 950, but not a whole lot goes on there, so I have hammered if a political figure is doing me wrong, then they're doing somebody else wrong, and I hold them accountable. Some of them don't like it. I also have more facts on my website, my personal website, frankdillman.com, that you can find any other place in the whole world as far as Macon County. I've been going to plus 10 years of meetings. I come back and I would scanning the documents that they were giving me at the time, and for the public display. I also had attendants who was there and everything else of this nature. Open records is my second most love. I have May of this year, will be 3 years, folks, 3 years that I've been asking for information from the county. And I have 11 open records requests from those individuals. They're just collecting these things. Well, I've gone out and I've hired an attorney, and we know that I'm not going to get a fair hearing in Macon County, so we're prepared to spend more of my retirement money for an appellate hearing, and I will do it. I will do it, because as far as I'm concerned, responsibility. We already heard my campaign, the name, how my campaign name came about, and that is a comical note. My motto is vote for change, change your vote. Macon County is a one-party county. 89% of my neighbors and friends in Macon County went toward Doug Jones. And I'm running as a Libertarian, and I'm proud to be doing so. And I'm receiving a lot more interest than I had envisioned. And my other comment is that I want to represent you. I don't want to rule you. I believe in giving the people the right to vote, and if I'm elected, I will fight those individuals that I've been fighting for years to give the people the right to vote on any tax increases and/or taxes. I don't know how I'm doing on time, but I only have a couple more comments. And Michael Pickens left the room. In his absence, I'd like to give that man a round of applause. I have learned so much from Michael online, and he's a remarkable individual, and he has helped me a lot in my campaign. Next to last, any individuals here from the Congressional 3rd District? Okay. Okay. See, I'll get in touch with you later on. And I'd like to thank you very much for your support. This is my passion. And I can't survive. I'm 69 years of age. I have to get into office. I'm not going to serve but one term. I want to be able to plant seeds for new trees to grow in Macon County. I don't want to see the fruit. I want to see the roots. And that's what I've been working for 2 days after my defeat in 2016. Yes, I've been working on this campaign since November 10th, 2016. So with your help, your support, your endorsement, folks, we've got to do it for Macon County. Thank you.